Wednesday, we're not forgetting On the Red Carpet.
You're watching On the Red Carpet. Get the latest Hollywood news, brought to you by Pacific Rim Photos and Videos. Your eye on the red carpet.
And because it's Wednesday after the Golden Globes, we have not one but two On the Red Carpet segments today. Starting off with this one, are very special, because you were there.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Me and Chris going crazy.
Peter and Chris, hello and welcome to Kababayan, LA. This is your, how many years covering Golden Globes now? Second, third?
This is actually our fourth year because that's including photos only for the first 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And Chris, how was your second year? Like, I remember you were here the last time.
Yeah.
And you were just so excited, sharing things with us.
Yeah, I think it was so much fun to do it the second year because you kind of know what to expect this year. So I went in there already with like a game plan. This is how I'm going to do it. This is what's going to happen. And I think it worked out.
But still, you can never tell. This is how crazy it is.
Give us a wave, just at least a wave. You look darling. You are. If I can be, I mean. Hello, how's the baby? Hello, Joaquin, congratulations. You're awesome. Theo, can we talk about your humanitarian? You do so much good for the environment.
And that is why I admire you. And that is why I refuse to cover On the Red Carpet, because it's so, it's like
crazy.
that. It's just
It's very crazy.
It's chaotic.
Yeah, sometimes you go, Chris, there goes that, and then he'll start yelling.
Right,
and he'll figure out something to say like Taylor Swift. He sang to Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
You sang, okay.
So because of her breakup with Harry Styles from One Direction, she did not want to do interviews, and we were lucky because Ruben was actually gathering a lot of stars for us, and nobody says no to Ruben. But Taylor's publicist was like, no interviews. So I was like, we got to figure out some way to get her attention. So I love her music, so I just stood up on the rail and started singing the chorus
Like
to Trouble. And I can't sing, don't make me do it. And I was like, I knew you were trouble. And she literally stops, turns, and she's like going like this with me. And and I was like, I sang the whole thing, and she's like pointing, and then I was like, I love you, and she's like, thank you, and gave me a kiss. But that was the only thing she did on the carpet.
Okay.
No interview.
Right,
Just like
and then
Adele.
you tried to talk to Catherine McPhee.
So Catherine McPhee, who of course is in Smash, which it was up for an award and is coming back on the second season with Jennifer Hudson, she was walking by and didn't want to do interviews either. And I was like, Catherine, I love Smash and I voted for you on American Idol. And she walks over and she's like, well, since you kissed up to me, I'll do an interview. So she did an interview with me and then took back off. So sometimes, you know, it's like you got to do something to get their attention.
Stunts to get their attention. And remember, you said that before. What's the craziest thing you've ever done on the carpet to get an interview?
Definitely Mariah Carey. And Mariah Carey is scary. She was at the Spirit Awards, and she was walking by, and I was like, I got to get Mariah. So I started rapping one of the parts of her song. She had a guest rapper on it, and I rapped it, and old ODB, that's who it was. And she literally stopped, and she was like kind of rapping with me, and then did a quick interview. And so sometimes you got to do stuff to get the interview, because especially at an award show like this, there's a time crunch, and if these celebrities show up late, I mean, Mario Lopez was trying to get an interview with Jennifer Lopez, and security broke it up. I mean, it's freaking Jennifer Lopez, and security's like, no,
Mario Lopez
and Mario Lopez.
Too,
But security doesn't care. They're pushing you out. So a lot of these people show up late, and you got to do something, because as you can see, you know, even getting them to wave and to smile and to interact.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that is why thank you to our Kababayans in the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, of course, Ruben and Janet Nepales. They're always gracious. I know they secured a permit for us, a credential for us to cover On the Carpet as well for LA 18, and they helped you. You got to interview them as well, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We will talk to them all the time, even beforehand. So we get to know the background stories of what they had to do, all the politics of who gets to sit where with all the
Exactly. I remember Ruben talking to me about that. Let's take a listen.
As early as the day the nominations were announced, we started working on seating the movie stars and the film stars. So Janet was helping seat the TV stars. I was helping seat the movie stars, and believe me, it's a lot of hard work.
And, you know, we have to talk about this Hollywood Reporter spread. They you know, did a big piece on, of course, the board. We see you posing in there. What was that like to be interviewed and to be featured in the Hollywood Reporter, which is a huge publication?
Well, my very first thought was, and I was asked this earlier too, that, you know, how did that feel to be here? So my very first thought was that, you know, how did a boy from Gabon, Galasio, Pangasinan end up here, you know, and with the spread. So I'm very grateful. You know, I'm very grateful. I mean, I never imagined that I would be here. So I'm very grateful for maybe the Lord above and all the support of the Filipino community too.
When you communicate with people back in the Philippines, what do they most ask about the Golden Globes?
Like who's the best interviewee? You know, who do you enjoy talking to, and what does George Clooney do?
Who's your favorite? Last year, you know, you talked to everybody before they walked in. Who's your favorite to kind of talk to before they walked in the Globe?
Oh, I like talking to like Sofia Vergara. Has a lot of things to say, and she's always quotable. And I want to talk more to Tina and Amy and what they're gonna expect and what they're gonna do also.
Nonetheless, you also got to talk to stars, right? This star from Diego from Homeland.
Yeah, so Homeland, of course, was up. They won last year. They were up for Best Show. And Claire Danes, who is one of the main characters, won this year. So Diego plays the kind of one of the characters, and he's going through some stuff where he just cheated on his, you know, a lot of drama for his character. But we got to talk to him, and we asked him about the Philippines.
And he said he wants to go to the Philippines. Let's look at this.
Is more fun in the Philippines. Have you been there? Are you planning on it? Would you like to go?
I would love to go. I would love to go. I have a few friends that are Filipino, and you know, the lumpia, the boxing. You know, it's a place that I would definitely love to find a movie to shoot.
And maybe the whole Homeland squad could go over there and help protect the world and the Philippines.
I would love to. Sign me up. Sign me up.
All right, more interviews from Pacific Rim Video when we return on Kababayan LA. Don't go away.